Welcome back to Power Breakfast on CNBC-TV18. Now, Power Minister Piyush Goyal expects losses of discoms to come down to zero in the next 3 years as part of his plan. Let's listen in.
This time around, what we've prepared in consultation with all the states is a program where we'll help them, we'll handhold them to bring down their losses in the next 3 years to zero, their current losses. We'll address the resolution of the past losses once and for all with a longer period of time through the state government support. And we will support from the government of India to improve efficiency of these companies. We are using central PSUs like NTPC to increase their efficiency. We are helping them to bring down AT&C losses. Some of them are 30, 40 and even 50%, down to 15%. We are ensuring that going forward, these state discoms can reduce their power purchase costs. So coal will be available in abundance. We are allowing all sorts of swapping and interchangeability of usage of coal so that efficient plants produce more, inefficiencies are brought down in the system. The effort is don't allow the inefficiencies to be passed on to the consumer. Let the consumers pay a fair price, but not be burdened with the inefficiencies of these discoms.
Sovereign-backed bonds is one of the solutions that you're actually looking at. So you take the debt off one book, but you bring it onto another. And do the state governments really have the capacity at this point in time to be able to deal with that kind of debt?
Well, out of the 60,000 crore of loss that these discoms did, if one was to look at the total interest outgo of these discoms, it comprised nearly 75 or 80% of the loss. So it's now a situation where the loss will keep burgeoning just out of interest. And ultimately the promoter of a company has to bear the burden of the loss. These state discoms are owned by the state. These are discoms which have worked in a sense for the people of the state. So there is no moral hazard at all.
Okay, meanwhile, Defence Minister Manohar Parrikar hopes to bring in a new defence procurement policy by the end of November.
Getting FDI and make in India, the timing is not necessarily correlated. We have started the process. Money will flow in as it is required to flow in. Because when you set up a unit, that time the issue of actual fund transfer comes into picture. Expression of interest for transfer of funds or investment does not mean investment comes tomorrow. There has to be actual groundwork for which we are working deeply with industry. We have done all the exercise and I hope it is DPP 2015. So before December month, that is in November, it will be most probably in November end or maybe December first, second week.
Okay, then moving on to another CNBC TV18 exclusive then. SCI will be in focus today. Speaking at the Global Business Forum, Road Minister Nitin Gadkari says that the Prime Minister has given permission to select someone from the private sector for the post of Chairman of SCI.
The first time in the history of India, our Prime Minister has given us permission regarding the Shipping Corporation of India. The post is actually, I just request to the Prime Minister that we can take the chairman from the private sector. And the first, I would say, a flagship company of Government of India for this year where our profit will be more than 600 crores. But first time, the Prime Minister giving us permission to select a person from the private sector as a chairman of Shipping Corporation of India.
Okay, well, SCI will be one stock to watch out for in today's trading session. But the other